everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Jones on One Colors, and this week is another episode, I guess, or a weekly update on my weekly WIPS and chat. So we're going to work on 2 books this week. What I decided last week when I was working on one, because every month I'm ending up with one WIP, which is not a bad thing, I guess. But I'd like to have a little bit more WIPs going. So what I'm going to start doing is every week we're going to work on 2 WIPs. So this week we're going to work on Lulu's House of Wonder. And we're going to work on this little cutie here. It's the 2 skunks on a teacup, I guess, with strawberries. So we're going to work on that. And then we're also going to work in R.J. Hampson's Mountain King. And we're going to work on the Enchanted Gate because the month of March is the month of dragons. So I thought, hey, R.J. Hampson has tons of dragons. So we're going to do this one for sure. And there's another one. I don't know if it's in this book or not. Yeah, that I want to do this month is this one here. So we might do this one in another weekly whip and chat, or I'll do it on my own. We will see. And there's this one too I want to do. So I don't know which one exactly I'm going to get completed this week, but I'm hoping that if I'm working on 2 WIPs, because this is what the trend has been going. Whenever I work on a WIP with you guys, I literally finish it the next day. So I'm hoping that if we work on 2 WIPs, that one of them is going to be left over. I might finish it some other time in the month, but I'm hoping that at some point I'll have more than one WIP. And what I'm hoping is that I can work on them a little bit every week. And then eventually, all of a sudden, instead of, which don't get me wrong, 11 pages in a month is a lot for me. I think for anybody, right? I will never get 50 pages done in a month. That is not my goal. But I'm hoping if I have a bit of WIPs that eventually, maybe I'll get 15 pages done in a month, because if I get a page 3/4 done and then the next month I just have to finish it, it'll be extra pages that I get done. So those are 2 pages that we are going to work on this week together. Now, I will also talk about the WIPs that I'm also working on since, last we spoke. So since last Saturday, the upload, I usually I'm going to film a section on Thursday and a section on Friday because it's at least, 45 minutes each. So I have other videos I have to film. So, I'm going to try to split it up in 2 days. So since last Friday, this is what I've been working on. So the first one is Mina Reza Dirt Africa by Rita Berman. And I am working on this zebra. I don't have much done. I have the background and I have the leaves. But I think this is going to be a super quick page. Maybe tonight I'll work more on this one. But I just started that today. So there's other ones that I think I'd like to get further along or maybe even finish them. So this might wait till tomorrow. And, tomorrow morning I can get up and maybe I want to do this kind of in sections. So I did the background and I did the leaves. Next time I work on this, I'm going to, work on some flowers, maybe 2 sets of flowers, and then I'll put it away. But this is a page I plan on finishing this month. Rita Berman, I decided this book specifically is going to be a project book. What that means is I'll probably, I think I'm going to have project books that I will keep for 6 months and project books that I'll do the whole year. And I think this one is a project book I want to do the whole year. I have 2 of those. And I want to get a page done at least every month. And this month, this is the page that I chose. I definitely will finish this page in February unless, something crazy happens. The next book is Minoresa Dirge Asian by Rita Berman. And I am working on this whale thing, coloring page here. I forgot to mention the other one. I'm following Karen from My Colorful Country Life, and this one too, I'm following her tutorial. And I started that last night. I got the whale and the fish. Now I'm hoping that tonight maybe I can do the waves, if I finish what I want to finish in the other books. So every WIP that I have, I want to do a little section maybe every day instead of working on one page the whole time. Is just do it by little sections and just get a whole bunch of pages done that way. So today I'm hoping to get the waves done at some point today. Now this next one here is a book that I plan on finishing either tonight or Saturday. It's Fairy Tale Worlds by Maria Trolley. This is another book that is going to be a project book that I'm going to keep for the whole year. Because I want to do a page every month. And this one I'm following Jess from A Coloring Bumblebee. I'm part of her membership, and she's working on completing this book. So that's why I want to do a page every month, because I'm kind of behind because I just joined, and I think she has 17 pages or 17 videos anyway. I don't know if some videos are 2 videos for 1 page, but she has 17 videos, so I'm a little bit behind since those are the first 2 pages. So I want to do at least 1 page per month. Now what I did different than her tutorial is I did a background in soft pastels, and I just love it. I use blue, purple, and pink, and it just complements this layout so well. All I have left to do are the 2 little fairies, and then I'll be done. So that's why I don't know if I'm going to finish this one tonight or if I'm going to finish the next page that I'm going to show you. So that is WIP number 3. So that is pretty huge. And if I do those 2 pages, that'll be 5 WIPs. But then I might complete some. So will I have 5 WIPs? I don't know. So the last one I have to show you before we start on our WIPs, it's Fragile World by Kirby Rosannes. And this is a 2-page spread. And you might think, Nicole, this looks done. It's very close. Because I'm so new at coloring, I find that I don't blend totally the first time. I'm so afraid to commit. So now the background, I just need to go. I have like 5 colors that I'm using, and I'm following Karen by My Colorful Country Life. Now I have to say, I choose the colors and then I kind of decide, okay, I'm going to go to here, and then I'm going to, so I don't know how far in her orange was, because to follow it to that degree would be just a bit much, a bit long. But I did, check which colors she used, and then I kind of did my own thing after that. And I really love how this one is turning out. And I'm so glad, because this is one of my 26 and 2026. And when I did the video, I said, oh my gosh, I have so many that I have 2-page spread. This one, if I do one, I'll be happy. And then when I was picking the colors, following her videos, I'm like, you know what? I have the pencils chosen, like pulled, because what I do is I pull all the pencil crayons before I start. These aren't it. They're off to the side because I needed the container for a new WIP. I have 3 more of these coming in. So I got these on Temu, and they're 4 by 6. And I just think they're the perfect size for this. I think they're 4 by 6. Let me just check. Oh no. they're 8.5 by 5.5. 5.5 by 8.5. Ooh, the next ones I ordered might be smaller than that. Oh no, I got 6 by 9. They're considered 6 by 9. 6 by 9. And then I have other ones here. These are for my markers and stuff. Those are a little bigger. Those are 6 by 9.5. So I don't know. I'm confused. These are 6 though. 6 by 8.5. So they're a little smaller, but they work perfect for projects like this. You put your pencils in there, your markers, and you just, you know, at the end of the day, I can just throw everything in the case and I can clean up my desk before I go to bed. So yes, that's all I have left to do, and maybe use a white gel pen or my Thule Art and maybe outline some of these. But I'm not sure. I might just finish the blending and this one is done. I could leave it, but I can see that some of the spots need to be blended. So I'm just gonna blend some more. And then these, you know, a 2-page spread is going to be done. And today's the 5th of March. So I am doing really good. If I get the 5th or the 6th, whatever the date is, it's the very first week of March. So the fact that I have this page that's almost done, and I have this 2-page, and I have this one that's almost done, that's pretty amazing. I see some pastels there, so I'm gonna have to erase that. Pastels erase really well. So yeah, so now I am going to put some of this stuff away, and we'll come back and we'll start today. We're gonna start with the Lulu Mayo. I have a few things pulled out, and we'll start on this page. Okay, so we're gonna start with our background, and we're gonna use some Derwent Intense. And I have Carmine Pink 0520, Crimson 0530, Fuchsia 0700, and Cherry 0510. And I can't remember if I mentioned this, but I'm following Erica from Elm Colors tutorial. Now, as you can tell, I didn't even photocopy this, and I don't have the video pulled up. So I'm going to start with Carmine Pink. I'm just gonna do my own thing. I just know that those are the colors that she used. So I don't know if I'm gonna mess this up. I can't remember how far she went in with all these colors, but we're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna go directly on the page. I made sure to sharpen all my pencils. Now I have the 72 set, and of course they came out with 28 new colors. Now I was gonna order the 28 new colors, but with the shipping and everything, it's costing me almost as much as just getting a new set. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a new set, and I'll have these as seconds, because I can't get those open stock where I am. I have to order it from literally across the country. I live on the East Coast, and I can order it from the West Coast. So the shipping is pretty expensive. And I think it's $4 a pencil. So it just is very expensive. So I'm like, you know what? I'll have a second set. And then if, I don't know, if I do end up using the new colors a lot. And then that pencil, I have to replace it. Then I will, I guess, order single pencils, but then hopefully I won't need 28. Okay, so now I'm gonna do crimson. Again, I have no idea. I'm just gonna add a little bit of color everywhere. And then I'll activate it. And then we'll start on doing our little illustration here. Ulumeo might be one for now. I'm gonna say that, like the Lulu's House of Wonder, I'm gonna say for 6 months for now. And then we'll see. We'll see if I'll wanna keep, so, you know, till June. I'll do June 2, where I'm gonna do a page. And then this is fuchsia. And then I might choose some new books, because the problem is right now, I literally have Mineresa Dirge Africa, Fairy Tale Worlds by Maria Trolley, Lulu's House of Wonder. Is there a fourth one? That I'm picking a page every month. So it makes it hard to do new books, right? Because I am picking the same books, and I want to make sure that I color in my new books, because I am getting a lot of new books. A lot. So, and that I can see that slowing down. I just, I thought I was pretty much done. And then I found Rita Berman's, her spring, summer, winter book, or three of her books on iMusic, and one of them was 30% off. So it kind of helped pay the shipping. And I noticed that on iMusic, it's like the shipping is expensive, but whether I order one book or I order 3 books, the price is the same. So I'm like, well, I might as well order 3 books. They didn't have the 4th one. I did get it on Amazon. So the 4th book of Rita Berman's, the spring, and those are fairly older, and they haven't printed them in the English edition. So I don't think I'll be able to get them in the English edition. So now we're going to do Cherry, which is $5.10. So what I decided to do was just get them. So there was that. Then I noticed that Maria Trolley's book, which one? Moon Valley, is no longer available. And I was like, no. So I went on Lyrica, and they had it. And Lyrica is free shipping if you order like $35 or something. So I ended up getting 2 books that I cannot get on Amazon anymore. By Maria Trolley. I can't remember. Flora was the other one. So I got Flora and Moon Valley. So those are on the way. I think those are going to be in on Monday. I think I'm pushing too hard. I think I'm going to have too much color. Oh, wow. I wanted this to be super faint, but I think it's going to be pretty deep in color. Okay. Let's just go. I have a cloth here and my water brush, and we'll get started. I have to do a video for scrapbooking too. And my sister-in-law's washer, like clothes washer, broke. So she needs to come and do laundry later. So I told her around 2 so that I could film a little bit because I have to leave at 3:30. To bring my grandson to hockey because it is Thursday. He's got early hockey. And my husband has a meeting that is going to last till 5:30, so he doesn't even know if he's going to be able to go at all. So I have to stay for the whole thing. Last week I came home. A lot of times I would just stay and watch the practice because I don't get to see the practice very often because I babysit my granddaughter Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And he has a practice on Tuesday night that my husband takes him. So, so tonight I'll have to stay for that. So I'll probably have to do the editing once I get home. So it's going to be another late night. My back is a little better. I still can't stand for long periods of time, but I'm not in constant pain. Like my granddaughter is a very much like hands-on kind of kid, you know? It's like, Mammy, let's play ball. Mammy, let's pretend, with her little people and pretend, what do you call it? Just pretend, like, oh, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. What's your name? What are you doing today? And, oh, I'm not feeling well. Oh, okay, I'll get the doctor, that kind of stuff. So, we'll play for a bit, and then all of a sudden my back is just killing. So I say, okay, get your little playhouse, bring it to Mammy, and we'll just play. I can sit, and I'll put the playhouse on my lap, and we'll play that way. So we do that, and it doesn't bother her. As long as I play, and then we read. So yesterday I said, oh, okay, Mammy needs to relax for a little bit. She said, okay, and went and got 3 or 4 books, and then we read. And we read for quite a bit. And it's like, read the same book over and over. She loves Halloween. So when I ordered some books, coloring books from Book Outlet, they did that one time. They sent me a free reading book, and it was a kid's reading book, and it was called Dino Zombies, and it's her favorite. It's her favorite. It has to do with Halloween. It's a little creepy. She loves creepy stuff. She's going to be 3 and loves creepy stuff. One of her favorite movies is, I can see why, because it's mine. So I might have had a little bit of influence on that. But she loves Hocus Pocus. And she says, the witches are back. She wants to listen to Hocus Pocus. The witches are back. And we love watching it together. And I love that she loves it because I have watched that movie, I would say it's 50 plus time, because every Halloween season, since it's come out, I watch it at least 3 or 4 times, but I don't just watch it that time of year. I watch it all time of year. And especially now, like just this week, I think we've watched it twice. Just this week. No, maybe once. One time. We watched it once. And at least once a week, we watch it. And I'm okay with that. And it's funny because I used to watch Twister all the time too, with Helen Hunt and, I can't remember the name of the guy actor. And I haven't watched it for years. So that has to be, something that I do this year. I have to watch that. And I watch The Proposal at least once a year too. That one I have been watching. But I'd love to watch Grease. And I'd like to watch Ghost again. Like, the classics. I want to watch the classics. Dirty Dancing. I want to watch Dirty Dancing. And I love, when I'm doing these, I'm talking to you guys. So I can't be watching anything. But most of the coloring, I, do by myself. So that's when I like to watch stuff. Listen. I watch once in a while and then keep coloring. And I love watching some of you when I also color. I love watching Colors, Erica, obviously. And I love her, what does she call hers? Weekend WIPS. I love watching her Weekend WIPS because it's chatty. I love watching her color alongs because it's chatty. The only time I watch a color along that there's no chatting is when I'm literally doing the tutorial. And really what I do is, let's say it's color 911. I fast forward to where 911 ends. And then I just see how far it's gone, the color, on the specific whatever. And then I color that. So really, I don't really watch it. You know what I mean? But if it's a chatty one, then I watch it because I want to know about people. The only time I go out is for appointments and for hockey, my grandson's hockey. And that's it. And even at that, I usually sit, not with the group because I film and I need to go a spot where it's good for filming. So a lot of times it's not where the parents sit. I usually sit with another parent. He's filming live and I don't film live because a lot of times the live, it's very grainy and a lot of times it cuts out. So we have two people filming because, sometimes the parents can't make it. There's work, there's, illnesses, whatever. So it's nice to have the live so that the people that can't come, grandparents, my mom lives, 2.5 hours away. So this way she can watch her great-grandson's hockey games every time we play. And it's amazing. But the quality is not great. So I film with a higher quality. And then I'm going to do it touching the pencil. I forgot to say this was a crimson. This one is carmine pink. I'm not going to do much because I did put a lot. So it's okay. I like it. I'm just going to do a little bit of this, and then we're going to move on. We are going to move on. We are going to move on. I think I'll just do a little bit up here. So yeah. So listening to videos where, you know, you guys are chatting and stuff, I feel like I'm visiting with friends, you know? And I have a scrapbooking channel that's called Nicole Jones 911. And I've had that channel for 13 years. And my videos there are chatty too. My very, very beginning, I did voiceover. And I think the last 7 were voiceovers because I went to a crop, and that's where you go with a bunch of other ladies and, you know, you do crafts. And most people do scrapbooking or card making. Sometimes people are doing diamond painting, but not very often. So I like that. I don't think I'm going to do any more. The paper's getting pretty wet and it's starting to pill. It's not going through, but even if it was, it's not a big deal because it's single-sided. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, now let's start. Let's start. I think this was black and this was white and this was white, or was this white? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Maybe I should have printed off the sheet and put down where the colors went. Okay, so the white is on the inside here. So the outside is black. Okay, so I'm going to use GG5. It's a Ohuhu marker. So the outside is black. It's a good thing or dark gray. It's a good thing I'm doing it right away because I think my brain today would forget. Had to look a couple of times, but I really want to at least get the base today. I don't know what time it is. It's almost noon. She's coming at 2. So I have to go upstairs and film my video before she comes. Because when I come home tonight, I don't want to have to film and edit. I just want to edit. And tomorrow, I'm hoping to get ahead tomorrow. Last week, because of, you know, my back, it's still not 100%, but I'm hoping to do next Tuesday's page and next Thursday's page tomorrow for my patrons. And then I want to do the second part of this where we're going to start R.J. Hampson. What do you call it? Enchanted Castles or Enchanted something. The one with the dragon. I can't remember what the name of the book was. And I just showed it to you. That's what I mean. Like my brain is foggy. And, you know, like everything was hurting. And I'm like, oh yeah. The doctor told me that I was low in iron, not anemic yet, but low. And I should probably start taking iron and vitamin D. And vitamin D too will make it so that you're achy and all this stuff, right? So I'm like, oh. So the last week now, I've been taking it every day. So I'm hoping that it'll help with that. I mentioned that I hurt my rotator cuff and my hand was almost better. It's still a little numb because she's so heavy. So it hurt my back again last week. That's why my back is hurting. And this is numb again. And I'm like, no. But I just got a letter in the mail yesterday or the day before, and I'm going for an MRI on the 24th of March. So that's good. Just to see what's going on there. If it tore my rotator cuff, right? She said that most time they still don't do surgery, you know, if they don't have to. So, but just to check. So that's coming up. I have to go for a blood test too. I've talked before how my daughter was really sick last year. Ended up getting brain surgery. Oh, that is her outfit. Shoot. Oh, I'm gonna have to make that really dark. Like maybe a dark pink or something. So she got her surgery. She's in a remission, you know, like not remission, she's healing because it wasn't cancer. She's healing. She has bad days and good days still. The doctor said that it's possible that she's going to be on pain medication for the rest of her life. Like, I'm hoping not. But he said the sooner she gets back to normal, like normal life, you know, so back to work, back to the more that hopefully she can do pain management, you know, that she'll have the closest to, he expects, this is what he told her, which I hope he's right, that it's going to take 18 months, but because it healed so much in the first 3 months, like he was blown away by how much it healed in the first 3 months, that she should do a full recovery. And I just booked at the end of last week, or this week, sorry, at the beginning of this week on March 3rd, so a couple days ago, I booked, we have a place here where you can go climb mountains. They're not like, you know, intense mountains. One of them is, and I don't think we'll do that one, but she thought she was never going to be able to hike again, ever again in her life. And he said that she has no restrictions. So we booked in July. We're going to go and she's going to go hiking. Because it'll be her anniversary of a year, so I don't want to cry. You know, almost, not to the date, but almost. So it's pretty cool when, you know, the year before, we didn't know if she was going to be paralyzed. And it was basically a death sentence because it was quadriplegic. It wasn't paraplegic, it was quadriplegic. And if you know, are from the neck down, then you end up with like lung issues and you can get like pneumonia easy. And so it was close. He told her it was close. And for her to be back at work 6 months later, you know, it's pretty amazing. She is one tough cookie, and I know that's why that she pulled through this, because she just has the will of, I don't know what animal has a powerful will, but she has that powerful will. So for celebrating, we are going to go hiking, and it'll be Lexi's first mountain, which we're gonna do. Like, there's one that's really easy, and we might not go right to the top with her, right? Just go to where, you know, it gets dicey, if you will, and then we'll turn around. But because she'll be 3.5 by then, or 3 in a couple of months, because she's turning 3 in April. And I've also booked our camping for Mason's. He's got a decamp coming up this summer, a defensive camp in another province. So I've booked the camping for that. Now tomorrow I'll probably book the camping, another camping. That'll just be like a weekend thing. And we'll probably do it in August, because that'll be 2 in July, and that'll be 2 in August. And I don't know if we'll do more than that. I would love to do more than that, but it's a lot of traveling, and I don't know how crazy the gas prices are going to go, which is kind of scary. How high everything's, like, everything was just starting to get back to normal. It took 6 years for things to get back to normal, after somewhat normal. Still, you know, like grocery prices, you know, it's still, but like gas prices were finally starting to go down, and now it's going up again. It's like, breathe. Just breathe. So anyway, it's kind of maddening. And I don't know, like for the leaves, she used GY7, GY72, GY73, but I don't know which one was which, so I'm just gonna guess. And I'll just do my own thing. So I'll use GY7 on this. I'll just, you know, divide them. And do my own thing. I don't know if I had the pencils that she had for doing this, like to go over top, so I'll probably just choose my own pencils and just go to town. So that's fun that, you know, I've started booking stuff. Last year we had all kinds booked, and then we canceled everything because of everything that was going on. And that, I mean, I don't regret doing that at all. Our daughter needed us, and you do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. So at some point, I wouldn't mind going and putting our trailer, you know, and leaving it somewhere the whole summer, especially when once my granddaughter gets a little older and a little easier. Do you know what I mean? And then, because I'll still be babysitting her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and but then it'll be easier to. Oh, I'm kind of doing all the leaves the same colors. That's okay. All these, I'll do the same colors or the same color. And then like those, I'll do a different color. And maybe those, they look a little different than these. So we'll do the thing, those bigger ones, this color. Let's do GY72 for these, I guess. I'll do these. For these. Just like that. Yeah, so it'd be fun to maybe at that point, oh, I missed a spot there with the pencil crayons. It just looks kind of white. You know, maybe choose one that has like a pool or something, you know? And then I can go there with her, and then every day I can take her to the pool or something. And then if, you know, by then my grandson will be 16. Oh my gosh. Because I'm thinking when she's 6, it'll, oh, I didn't want to do that one, that color. Oh well. It should make it easier, you know, 6 or 7. 6, 7. So we'll have that. Oh, what color do I want the tops of the strawberries? Strawberry top. So that's GY 173. I'll do these. I don't know what color I want to do the top of the strawberries. I might go choose one on my own and just do a different color because I think I'd like, oh, this one was GY 72. I think I'd like maybe a darker green for the tops of the strawberries. Should I do the leaves on these girls? Yeah. I'm going to try and follow the same color that I used. So these look like those leaves. And those leaves will say look like those leaves. Okay. I don't know if I like those. I might do and like this color because I don't think I like that color. Yeah. I'll do this color. Yeah, I have to stop at 1. It's 12:10, so we got lots of time. I said I want to do about 45 minutes per page because I don't want it to be super long, you know? Even at that, it's going to be like probably close to 2 hours. That is this one right here. It'll be close to 2 hours. as it is. So I want to make sure not to do like an hour today. And I want to leave myself about an hour, if not a little bit more, to do my video upstairs. Okay, let me go get a different green for the tops of the strawberry. Okay, I hope this is okay. G40 dim green. I have to remember too, like I am, yeah, that's not very dark, but then I can use pencils to darken it up. This is like to cover the tooth of the paper anyway. So let's just do that. And I'm gonna color the little stem too. Okay. Once we have those done, I think we'll get the strawberries done. Now there's a marker, actually all the markers that she had used for the strawberries I didn't have. But 2 of them were Copics and I'm like, well, I wanted to get some more oh shoot, I forgot that one. R numbers. So I just got them. I ordered them off Michael's and went and picked them up a couple weeks ago because I knew I wanted to do this page. Oh, I have no color there too. Okay. I just pick up a pencil. It doesn't matter to me. I don't, what that, you know, what color it is, as long as it's not blank. I'll wet that after. I just want to finish these. Then I got to go back and finish those 2 leaves. Okay. I'll finish the leaves before I work on the strawberries. I think I got everything, but who knows? Oh, look, I forgot their feet. I thought I got everything a while ago for these, and I didn't. So, and I want to do it today because tomorrow I might not remember. I guess I could watch the video, but it's extra steps. So I want to do it while I still remember what I used for what. And look, I have some there too that I didn't do. Let's just get a few colors so it's not all one color. Now there was this here. I think I need a little water. This here, and then this here. There we go. Now, let's finish the skunk. I'll do, oh, I see a strawberry top there. Jeez Louise. Right there. And some more open space there. I think that just happens. It's hard to see everything. I can't tell you how many pages I get done and then I get at the end, I'm like, oh, I didn't do this, and oh, I didn't do that. It's like, oh, come on. Okay. Get this done. Get their little footsie wootsies, like I call them with Lexi. Oh, another strawberry top. Again, I'd rather I find them today because it might not be tomorrow that I do this. It might be like next week. So which color did I use for what? Yes, I know what markers because I have them written down, but you know, for which, you know, leaf and for which, there are two. Okay, would that be the color of the cup? That might be the color of the cup. I'll wait and see if that might be the color of the cup. So I'll wait for that one. Let me just make sure here that I didn't forget anything else. Okay, so the strawberries, let's move all that. Is R81 and R11. So I'm just gonna randomly pick strawberries and color them. Just, you know, some are riper than others. So I might have to go get a third because she had a third color. So I might do it with these two. It just depends how I like it or not. So now we're going to do R81. Okay. I just don't want them all like close together. So if I can do it with these two, we will. If not, I'll find a third one. What I can do too is with the pencils, maybe change it, like tweak it just a little so that it looks a little different. Like maybe use the same combo, but just take one of the colors away so that, or add a different one, you know? So that one I'll do. This one I'll do the darker pink. And this one I'll do the darker pink. Like that. And this one I'll do the darker pink. I'd rather use both markers at the same time right now because then I can kind of control the placement a little better. I might end up putting two like peachy ones together. This one here, I'm gonna do dark pink. So this one here, I'll do peachy too. And that's okay. And like I said, I'll maybe try to just switch out the pencils. Now these weekly WIPS, I don't finish the page with you guys. What I'm going to try and do is at the end of the video is I take a picture of the progress. So if I worked any more on this before I upload the video, I'll put up a progress picture, and then you can kind of see where I'm at with that. And then next week, you know, before I start the other one, I always, again, talk about, you know, these are the pages that I worked on this week. So if I worked on that one, then you'll get a second, you know, progress. And I'm hoping that at least one of the 2 WIPs that I work on with you guys will be done. One of the 2 will be done. I'll do the darker pink with this. And then I'll do the lighter pink for the other one. Just like that. Now, one of the outfits, I think I want to do, I think she did one outfit with the R11. And the other outfit, it might have been with the, is it Prismacolor? It might have been with the Prismacolor pink, but I don't have that one, so I'll just use what I have. And it'll work out. It'll work out. So we'll get, oops, this one done. This page is just so cute. This entire book is just so cute. But I don't know if I'm going to work on it for 6 months or a year. I guess it depends. Like in 6 months, if I get there and I'm like, you know what? Like, yes, I'm, you know, coloring in these 3 or 4 books. I can't remember how many that I seem to want to, you know, color in every month. But the problem is, like, I started working, I did a page in Fragile World that I showed you at the beginning. And already I'm like, okay, which other page do I want to do in there? That was so fun. I loved coloring in that book. And I'm like, uh-oh, here's another one that I just want to color in. No, I can't do that with every book that I start, that I'm like, oh, and now I want to work more on this. And now I want to do, you know, some more. So I'm going to have to limit it for sure, because all of a sudden I'll have like 11 books that I want to color in every month. And then I won't be able to, you know, do new books. And I imagine by next year, I won't be getting as many new books as I am now, because I'm fairly new. So of course I want all the books. But there's a few artists that I love. So let's say if R.J. Hampson comes out with a new book, yes, I'll want it. Or if Hannah Carlzon comes out with a new book, or Joanna Basford or Rita Berman. But it won't be like, oh, I need to get all their backlogs. So it should be a whole lot less books. So what I also was thinking, you know, like this year, focus on getting as many books, uncolored books, colored in. So at least one. And then focus on a few books. And what I might do too is I might focus on a few artists, like R.J. Hampson, for example. All of a sudden I have like 9 or 10 of his books. Well, there's no way I can color, 10 pages out of all his books, but I can make him a focus artist, and then I can maybe what am I doing? BG23 is, that doesn't look like the color that it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be BG23. And I knew that. I'm like, yeah, it's BG23. And then I look and it says B23. I'm like, okay. So that's going to be the cup and the saucer. So we'll get, oh, yeah, okay. We'll get that all done up. So I'm glad I put it, but when I looked at the cap, I'm like, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look like it's supposed to be like a teal turquoise, So yay. This is done. Oh, I should have left a little bit of area there for the light source. Oh, I can't believe I didn't do that. I'm going to do it on this side. Leave a little bit of light source there. And then we'll do the rest of the cup, and I have to look at the time here. Yeah, maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to go because I want to give myself more than an hour, because she might show up early too, right? So I want to give myself more than an hour to film upstairs. And then I got to get ready to go to hockey. And I won't get home till 7 o'clock tonight. And that's so, I just keep telling myself, he's got like 3 weeks left. And then spring hockey starts, but it's not as, like they have 1 practice a week instead of 3. And, they were getting 3 practice a week, or 2-3 practice a week, and then 2-3 games a week. So it's a lot, and then you add the tournaments in there, which that, they've made it at least to the semifinals, only in 1 tournament. The other 3 they won. So that means that they got to play like 5 games. So the whole weekend, it's just like game after game after game. So it's just a few more weeks, and then it's going to be spring hockey, and then we'll have the summer off. Well, except for that 1 week where he's going to hockey school, and that's like from 9 to 4 or 5 every day. And where we're going there is, especially for that, we are going to go at the rink with him and watch him on the ice. Now they're going to have in-class stuff, so we'll probably, if we need to go get groceries and that kind of stuff, we'll do while he does the in-class stuff. We're camping, so, or I might go back and, get what I'm going to try to do, and this is what I do when we go away to tournaments, is I prepare meals before we go. So I'm definitely going to try and do that for there. Like even if we, just before we leave, we marinate steaks. And even if we freeze them, marinate steaks and freeze them. and get a whole bunch of stuff ready like that. I like to make chicken Alfredo and get that ready. So we'll do stuff like that, you know. Maybe cut up some veggies and make a veggie dip. The veggie dip is not great, but the fact that he's eating veggies is. And he likes the veggie dip, but he doesn't love it. So then he just puts a little bit. So then it's good because then he's eating veggies. And, you know, maybe cut up a bunch of fruits before we go. So that's all ready. So he's got fruits. We're definitely going to bring our blender so that we can make him smoothies. And that kind of stuff, you know. Healthy foods to eat while we're there. I might make a spaghetti sauce, and then all we have to do is cook. Oh, I forgot that strawberry. Cook noodles, and then we have a meal done. So spaghetti sauce. We might have like a taco salad or something like that. Yes, the meat is not that great, but he doesn't put a bunch of stuff like that, but at least he has salad. Caesar, we could do a Caesar salad. Chicken Caesar, so then he's got chicken. You know, we'll probably go get a chicken from Costco. We'll bring our air fryer with us. We do that when we go in a hotel, so camping, it'll be way easy. I can bring my Instant Pot and then do a recipe, you know, and throw in there like maybe pork chops. And then when we get back, if I have the potatoes peeled and the veggies peeled, then we just turn it on. So while they're hanging up his gear to dry, because pee-oof, it's stinky after a day. So even when we're camping, you know, we hang it outside, and it's so hot that it dries really quickly. And I can get supper done, and we'll have that all planned out, you know. I'm a planner. I don't know if you can tell by just looking at my planning videos, you know, like, oh, but you know, one thing I didn't show on the video is after that, I sat down and I wrote down like, okay, this week I'm going to do this page here and the RJ Hampson page. Okay, I'm going to do Y11 for the inside of the flowers, but also it's supposed to be the glow of the light bulbs, but it's okay. We'll make it work. So yeah, I kind of went through and said, okay, this week I want to do this, you know, start on that. Now, I'm not really thinking about, you know, what I'm going to get finished, which week, only because that all depends on what I feel like working on, right? So if I feel like working on this page will get done. So whether I say, oh, I feel like doing that page, it might not happen because I felt like working on this. And I just noticed, yes, I forgot a strawberry, but this is a little loop. So, oh, that's not squirrel. Oh, well. Okay. I should think a little bit more, right? Before I color. That's okay. We'll figure it out. We got that. Then we got to color That's strawberry, and it should be the peachy pink. So R11. And another thing I noticed is I gotta do their hats here. I gotta do their hats. Is that flower or is that hat? Oh, we'll say it's hat. Okay, so there's that. And then on this side, I gotta do the hat for this cutie patootie with the same pink. Okay, I think once we're done this hat, we're gonna stop for today because I gotta go. I want to keep going, but I gotta go and film another video. So tomorrow when we come back, I can show you the progress on this one if I worked on it, you know, later on tonight. And oh, I guess I should finish this. And then we are going to start the RJ Hampson page, the Enchanted Castle. I might as well, if I'm going to do that, like really commit to it and put the yellow, because right now is, you know, what's what. Let's kind of finish that. And now we can finish this. Okay, so we will chat tomorrow. So we're here for part 2 of our weekly WIPS, and today we're going to start an illustration in Mountain King by RJ Hampson, and it is the Enchanted Gate. Now, I'm following RJ Hampson's tutorial. I don't have the markers he has, and I didn't even try to, because normally I would go like, okay, it's this marker, what would be the closest thing, you know, if I was using a different brand. I'm just going with it. So I got these new Artex Oro sketch markers, and it is the pastel, and I think I'm really going to enjoy these. I think I'm really going to like them. So we're going to start with the dragon, and I'm going to use 178, I think. Yeah, 178. I'm going to cover the whole dragon, and then we'll go over top with the B37, I think. Yeah, B37, and then 179 for the wings. There's 183 here. Oh no, this is what, okay. This is what I wanted to use. Okay, 178, 183. I was like, that's such a dark blue. Yeah, this is more the blue I wanted. And then the purple wings. There we go. And then the green dots will be the 179. Okay, so let's start with the 178. Yeah, so these markers here, they're the Artex Oros, and they are all pastels. They're so cool. And I think that's going to be perfect for using on illustrations like this where, you know, you want to color down because it covers the tooth, but you don't want it so dark that you can't do pencil work over top. So this is where the pastel is going to come in really nicely. I had some pastels from Ohuhu brand, but I didn't have that many. And I found, like, yes, Copics has, let's say if you start with violet, they have like the V0000 and then the V00, but it's really, really pale. Like, it's not like this kind of, it's really, really pale. So I thought, you know what? Let's just get this. They were on sale. I want to make sure I'm in the frame here. Yeah, okay. And let's just get this. They were, I think they were like $25 off or something like that. And, you know, I just got them in this week and I'm already using them. So to me, that is a bonus. And I can see myself using them quite a bit. Because all those mythographic books, they're all single-sided. I can see myself using markers first and then using pencils over top. All these books from R.J. Hampson, and I'll probably have another haul next week. I think I have 4 books coming in today. 4 books coming in today, and I have a few that came in this week. I don't think I'll have a whole bunch for March, so it might be just the one haul. It might just be the one haul. I might do it like closer to the middle of March when I'm doing the haul. And what I like to do, I'll probably start filming the video today because it's a lot. You go through every book, and then I started this thing where I pick my top 3, which I love doing because you know what? This was in this, oh no, this wasn't in the second half. This was a few weeks ago. But I'm trying to color in books that I got in like fairly soon after I get them in. I want to color in the books, which is kind of is going to be impossible to do all of them. But at least if I say, you know, okay, in April, I'm going to pick from books that I got in February and March. And in March, I picked books that I got in like February, and maybe I picked some. This might have came in January. So I'm trying to pick books that, you know, recently I brought into my room. Now in February, I colored in 7 new books, like untouched, not new, but untouched books. Let's be real, most of my books are new because I only started really coloring in September. Now I started collecting in, I think, May. And then I was doing a lot of like charting my colors and, you know, learning about blending and that kind of stuff. And then I, in September, decided, okay, you got to pick a page and dive in. And was my first page a Kirby Roseanne book? Like, it was a pretty intricate page. I'm like, okay, not only are you, you know, starting new, but you're going all in. You're choosing complicated pages. And that's okay. I followed tutorials. Like for this, I'm using R.J. Hampson's Eye for Color because I love his pages. I love what he drew and I love the way he colored them. So I think his was a little bit more on the bluer side, maybe. Yeah, on the bluer side. I'm doing more mine on the mintier side, I guess. I don't know. But at least I'm having some, you know, help with the colors. Or I use Sarah Renee Clark's cards to pick colors. And that's fine. It's okay to use inspiration. It's okay. That's why people put it out there, right? It's to inspire people and, you know. And usually what I end up doing is like I'll follow someone And we all have different tastes. And if I get to a part and I'm like, this is not really my taste, I change it. And that's, again, okay. Okay, I'm going to do the wings with 145. Did I say the first one? It was 178. And again, it's the Artex Oros. And I'm not too concerned about, I didn't check to see, well, how do they work? Like, how do they blend with each other? Like, what's the blendability and all that? Because I am not going to be using them that way, probably. I'm just going to be using them as a base so that it covers the tooth of the paper. So I'm not too concerned with that. I just wanted some really pastel colors, and I really liked how pastel-y they were. And I really like the idea of having or doing 2 WIPs in a week. It's a little bit more work because I have to, oh, I didn't color up there. I have to do 2 of them. And it's like choosing the colors and all this stuff, right? But it's okay. I enjoy it. My back is still tweaked. I thought it was getting better. And then yesterday, I did a bunch of stuff. And then last night, I was in pain. So this afternoon, I'm going to go upstairs and film 1 video. I think I'm just going to do 1. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up and do 1. And Sunday morning, I'll get up and do 1 instead of doing 3 today. Because I really need to do 3. I need to do 1 for YouTube. I need to do 1. I need to do 2 for my Patreon. So I'll divide it by days, 1 per day. And then for this channel, I'm doing this, which will be published tomorrow. So I have to edit this video later on today. And then I'll start my book haul, which I think right now, what did I count? I have 9 books. I have 9 books to do. So I need to start doing those so that I don't feel overwhelmed. And do, you know, maybe do half today. No, maybe do half and then stop and then do another half this afternoon or something. Because I don't want to rush through it, right? I want to do it justice to the books. So I'm going to finish the dragon. I don't know if I chose all my colors for this whole page. I don't think I did because I figured, well, you know, I only want to do 45 minutes. Oh, I guess those... Let's color them all in. Yeah, I have to do like 45 minutes, so that'll probably go by pretty quickly. I have to watch the time. I started at 10 to, so it's already been 20 minutes. So, and again, at the end of the video, of this video, this is 179. I will give you a update on these 2 pages if I do any more work. I did finish the panda page. My son called. He lives 10 hours away, so it's so hard not to see him all the time. So I talk to him once a week. So he called this morning. Usually I call him. That's not true. He is taking a French course. So usually he calls me on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we chat for about half an hour until he gets picked up to go home. And this week it was March break, so he didn't have class, so he called me today. So now we're going to do 183, and we're going to do sort of like the top of the dragon and just leave some of the blue. We'll see how I do on that. I'll try to go a little bit slow. We'll do the top. And so we talked for an hour and a half today. Hadn't talked to him all week. Usually we talk for half an hour on Mondays and Wednesdays. So we just kind of smushed it all in one day. So he started playing this new game. He's 26 years old, but they're right into gaming. So on Mondays and Thursdays, they go to a local game shop. And there's a whole bunch of people that go. It's like a card game. It's called Magic. And every Mondays and Thursdays, they go and they play this game. And my son has ADHD, so for him to be social is a big deal. It's a big deal, so it makes me happy that he's being social and going out and doing stuff with other people. So, and I guess there was 2 people there that now they always sit at the same table and they play the card game together. And I said, so is it like, oh, well, you know, if they're there, you just kind of play, or is it like, oh, we'll see you next Monday or next Thursday? And he's like, no, it's like, we'll see you on Monday or Thursday or whatever. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. And it's so weird because when he was really, really young, you know, we'd take him to the park and, you know, he'd play and he'd be like, I made a new friend. And we'd be like, oh, what's their name? I don't know. But he just made friends like so easily. So it's just when he became a teenager, it became harder for him to socialize and stuff. So it's nice. And I mean, he's 26 years old and I still worry. You know. Or I guess he's gonna, did he turn 26? Or he's gonna be 26. Time, man, time. What is it with time? He was born in 99. So yeah, he is 26. Because in 25, he would have turned 26, yeah. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that. And my daughter, the one that was sick and had the surgery, she's 32. Because she's 6 years older than him. And my oldest is 38. Because she's 6 years older than my middle child. I had my kids 6 years apart. Like almost, not quite to the day. One was born in September, one was born in October, and one was born in November, 6 years apart. So they're almost 6 years apart to the day. You know? The oldest is born in September. The youngest is born in October. So they're a little off like that way. But, and then my middle one was the one born in November. What am I doing here? Not quite sure. What is that? Is that part of the steps? Oh no, that's a little spiky thing. I'm like, what is that stuff? It's a spiky thing. And here's another. Oh, it's not green. It's purple. Let's do purple. There. So sometimes it's hard to chat and kind of look at what you're doing and trying to figure out like, okay, where's the color going? Especially this, because I want to leave some of the light blue showing, you know? Like maybe I should make a line. I think that's what I'll do. I'll make a line where I want to stop. Like that. And then that way, even if I screw up, I can always like go in a little bit more, right? But at least I can not panic. Not panic, but worry about, okay, I gotta make sure to leave a little bit of that other blue showing. So if I kind of do that now, then I can fill in wherever. There. Now I can fill in the blanks. It's like a color by number now. So for supper, I am making pulled pork. Here, I forgot to do it here. I went yesterday and it was like 3 pork loins for $15, which is really good. A really good price. So I'm like, well, we're having pulled pork. So this morning, every time I make it, I just pick a different recipe. So this morning it was a Texas pulled pork or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. So it's in the slow cooker and it's going to cook all day. I bought, what do you call it? Coleslaw. And so we'll make coleslaw. So my husband will buy, what do you call them? Buns for supper. So we'll just have that, coleslaw, and that'll be supper. Pulled pork with buns and coleslaw. What I like to do is I have coleslaw on the side, but I also put coleslaw on my bun. Like Lexi would say, so yummy. Delicious. It's what she says. Delicious. That is one kid that loves food. She loves what she loves. She doesn't love what she doesn't love. But what she does love, man, she's always eating though. And she loves stuff like fruits and that kind of stuff. So all day she'll be like apple. So then I'll cut her an apple. You know, banana, I'll give her half a banana. Strawberries, love strawberries. Raspberries. So every week I change the fruit, if you will. So this week she had like apples and bananas and strawberries. Next week we'll probably get kiwis. Because you can't have all the fruits. Everything is so stinking expensive. Oh. We had bought a bag of apples and it lasted like 2 weeks. So I was giving her an apple every day. We went apple picking a few years ago and she fell in love with apples. Fell in love with apples. So ever since then. And we didn't go apple picking last season. We wanted to, and then people ended up getting, well, my daughter had just had surgery too a few months before. We still wanted to go, but then, I don't know, I think we were just exhausted, and just the thought of driving there, it's only 20 minutes away, but at some point, everything feels unattainable, right? When you're that stressed and that exhausted, everything just feels like so much work. So we didn't end up going. I feel bad because we do family pictures there. So every year we, do. So this year we didn't do family pictures. We didn't even take pictures at Christmas, which I'm kind of upset about. So I don't know. Okay, let's do, totally forgot about that arm. What the French toast and all this part too. What was I thinking? So, okay, I'll do that. And I think everything else I'm going to do blue. Oh, I just think he's so cute. And this month is the month of the dragon. March into dragons, or March something dragons. So I definitely want to color some dragons this month. I don't think this will be my only dragon page. I possibly will do 2 more. One in Dragon du Monde by Diane Dufour. And I think there's another one in here that I'd like to do. So possibly 3 dragon pages. And it's like in May. It's Mermay, right? So I'll be doing lots of mermaids that month. So that's done. The dragon. I'll come in with pencils later on. But what did I want to do? No, the bricks, I think I'm going to do them in 38. Because I think it's going to making it look like a gold gate a whole lot easier. So I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to do the steps the same color too. So the rest of the stuff should be pretty quick. Okay. Oh, my daughter stopped in because I'd bought her a projector for Christmas and it didn't work. They ended up sending us a new one. That one was making the same loud noise. So anyway, they just ended up refunding us and I just purchased her a new one. And she was picking that up. Oh, that's right. I don't want a page that has color because it's almost transfers it over. Okay, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I sound like my granddaughter. Mammy, what are we gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna take my chart because it's plastic. That's a brilliant idea. And then that way, it's not gonna go through. So she came to pick that up. I talked to her for a few minutes. She was on her way out the door. and I went to check on my pulled pork, and I heard my phone ringing, and it's my husband, and he said, "You're gonna have to come in because the car won't start." I think he must have left a light on or something. I don't know, because the battery is dead. So my day where I thought I was just going to be chilling and coloring. And then my grandson, he is 13 and he started reffing. And this time of year, there's outdoor rinks, which normally a lot of times they're not functional anymore, like they're melted. Well, they're still going this year, and it's March break here. And we have blades that he uses for outdoor rinks, and then we have blades that he uses to play hockey. Because once you skate on an outdoor rink, the blade is really not good enough to play hockey. Like your blades get really dull and everything. So we have his good blades and he's reffing tonight. He had practice last night. We need like a hardcore thing to keep the blades in. Anyway, so now I'm going to have to go pick him up and drive him to his work, like he's working tonight. And then I'm going to have to drive to my husband's work so that he can boost his car. So chances are I'm not going to get home till 7, same as last night. And last night, by the time I got home, I was like, I cannot color. I cannot do anything. Like I was exhausted. Exhausted. So I'm thinking tonight's going to be the same, which kind of sucks because I was hoping I was going to color until my husband got home tonight. Non-stop. That's all I was going to do. Now I won't have time to make a video now. So now I'm going to have to make 2 for tomorrow for a Patreon. Always something. Never just smooth sailing and just, like, yeah, I'm going to relax today. No. Always got to run here or run there, do something. It's okay. It's okay. There. Yeah. So yeah, so now I have to go to my husband's work, get the blades, then go get my grandson. We're going to change the blades, drive him to his work. Then we'll get his car boosted. And by then, my grandson should be done. And then my daughter's car, she got into a car accident a month ago. We had a huge snowstorm and she ended up going off the road and a ton of damage on her car. Anyway, they said they fixed everything and she said that there's some stuff that's not fixed. So she had to bring her car back in. Like, what do they do? Put the money in for the car insurance? That's the second thing. Because she damaged her grill and she said, "Oh, you didn't change the grill?" And they said, "Oh no, the insurance wouldn't pay for it." And then she starts driving away and looks down at the bill and grill was on the bill. So she drove back and said, it says grill here. And of course they had it there. They just hadn't done it. So they changed the grill and now there's something else. I'd be complaining. I would be complaining. I would be like, I'm taking my car to somewhere else and I'm going to make sure that all the work that you were supposed to do was done and you're paying the bill. You are paying the bill for me to get it checked because I don't trust that you did what you were supposed to. Like, I'm sorry, that's two things. You know, trust only goes so far. That is two things. That reminds me, our truck has a bunch of recalls. We need, and that's free stuff, free labor, you know, they change stuff. So get our truck done. Where does it stop? Oh, right here. Right here. Okay. Okay. At least I'll have time to do this, like the rest of this video. And then I'll go get my grandson. C1 is the brickwork. And, you know, don't forget, this is like the base layer. So I'm going to another day, probably not today now, but another day, choose pencils so that I can do highlights and shadows on all of this. I'm hoping tomorrow, after I do the 2 videos that I need to do, I'm going to spend the whole day coloring. The whole day. So, yay. The whole day. Go. My granddaughter's going to her other grandparents to spend the night tonight. So she didn't have a good night's sleep last night. I don't know what's going on. I hope it's not her ears again. And it's so weird because she was over 1, like almost 2 before she had her first ear infection. And now it's getting, you know, like, okay, are you gonna, you know, do something else because she's on antibiotics every 2-3 months, but she doesn't have any, like, she doesn't have a runny nose right now, so I don't know what's going on. She's never been a good sleeper though, which is not good because this is the daughter that was sick, right? So, or is sick. She's still in recuperating. She needs all the sleep she can get. So what she does is, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, she's done at noon, and then she sleeps because she needs sleep. So like Wednesday, she was here and she got here at noon, 12:30. No, 1 o'clock. She ate and then she went right to sleep. She slept till 5. So today she came and get her projector and she said, I'm going for a nap. She was up 2 hours last night. So she's gonna go have a nap. I didn't sleep very well either. What is it with sleep, right? We need it, and it's so hard to come by. I don't know if I mentioned that last week or not, but when I was working where I did a lot of night shifts and stuff, I had to get sleeping pills because the back and forth and working night shifts and trying to sleep during the day, like your body's just not meant for that. And even with sleeping pills, I would still be up by noon, I would get like 5 hours sleep. And then I had to go back and do another night shift. So last year when my daughter got sick, I started taking sleeping pills again because I was not sleeping at all. Anyway, about a month ago, I'm like, I gotta stop taking sleeping pills. So I stopped taking sleeping pills, but I'm still struggling with sleeping. It's better than it was the first week or so. It's not taking me till 2 o'clock in the morning to fall asleep, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm falling asleep like 11. I'm falling asleep, but I'm waking up at between 4 and 5. And then I'm awake for an hour or two. And then if I'm babysitting my granddaughter, basically I'm awake for the rest of the day. But days like today where I didn't have her, I just fell asleep again, and then I woke up. It was like 8:30. So at least I'm getting some sleep that way, And so that's good. This is a very, very light gray. I love this gray. It's probably my most used gray. I'm trying to think if I have a refill for C1. I hope I have a refill. If you haven't checked it out on my channel, I have how to refill Copic markers, and not this, add 14 drops. It's literally, it's science, like my grandson would say. I use a scale, and those scales are not expensive. They're like $10. And a Copic marker should weigh, I think it's 14 grams, but I talk about it all in the video. So then you weigh it and you add until you're at the weight that it should be. So then you don't overfill your markers, but you also don't underfill your markers, right? Okay, why aren't you coloring? I'm wondering if this needs refill. So anyway, I don't have all the Copic refills. I buy like maybe 20 a year. I was going to buy some a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? No, you guys have, we have a ton of stuff that we have to pay for right now with my grandson's hockey. So just wait till this summer, and then you can order some, and then maybe order some more in the fall. I like to order twice a year, and I get like 20 refills. So it's going to take me like 5-6 years to get all the refills that I need, but it's okay. I've weighed all my markers, and I know which ones need to be refilled next. So I just get the ones that, okay, this one should be refilled, so I get the refills for that. I don't have all the Copic markers. Well, you can kind of see which ones I don't have, all the blank ones. I don't have those. I have quite a bit, but I don't have all of them. I might get some more. We'll see. We'll see if I'll, what was I coloring? Oh, the wall. I might get some more or not. now that I bought those Oros too, there's no brown though in those. And I don't find the Ohuhus have a lot of great brown markers. So the E. So I might get a few of the E markers. Maybe I'll finish that selection, you know, of E's. And I like reds too, so I might get a few of those. We'll see. I'm not going gung-ho with those. Like 3 weeks ago, I got 2 R's. I got R11 and R81. And I used the Michaels coupon. So they ended up costing me like $6 a marker. So that's not too bad. So I'll slowly build them up like that, you know. Especially now where I am going to be using my Copic markers a lot. Like before, it was like, well, you're not using them, so what's the point of getting more? Because you're not using them. But now, I'm using them every week, which I think is amazing. So I want to do some, what's 417? It's a lighter yellow. For down here. I don't know what else I have. Like what colors I have picked out already. So we might be at the end almost. I think I have the marker for the door, so we can definitely do the door. When I do this, the words from there come through, but when it dries, once it dries, it goes away. Oh, I was supposed to do some of those flowers too up here. So let's do this. Is this the green? Yeah. Blue-green. And then the center will be purple. The same as the dragon. I love doing a page that's all pencil, but I also like the balance of doing a page that doesn't have pencils, you know? So that I feel like, oh, you know, this page is coming together pretty quickly. So you can tell, you know, like I just did that panda page. That was all pencils, including the background. And the zebra page is all pencils, except for the background, soft pastel. And the whale page is all pencils. So purple 145. So we'll get this done. We can get the door done. At least you get an idea, you know. And I was thinking, you know, like, oh, maybe I should start a page and then finish it the next week. But I don't know. A lot of times, like I said, I end up finishing the page like that same day or the next day. Like I just get so involved. Oh, I didn't do the bottom of the steps. I'm really good at missing stuff. I'm just glad I see it the same day that I'll just do this one. There's not that much difference in color in those two. Yeah, I catch it the same day so that I can just do it. So the doors, I don't know. This looks like an awfully dark brown. Oh no, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Maybe this is one that I need to buy a refill for. Okay, so it's E44. This one is a Copic. So, well, I should bring my little scale down here because all my Copics are down here now. My refills are still upstairs because I don't know where to put them in here. So if I can figure out where to keep my refills in my coloring desk, I certainly will. I must have, I don't know, probably 40 refills. Must be close to 40 refills. I plan on getting 40 this year, so I have about 200 markers, so that's why I said it'll take me about 5 years, I guess, to get them. They're like $5 American for me to get the refills. So it's like $7 Canadian. Or $7.50 or something like that. So I am slowly gonna build them up. I like this color of brown a lot. I have to remember that. E44. E44. I don't know what pencils I'll be using with this. Maybe I'll do my Artex. Maybe. I know I don't like my Prismacolors. I know Polychromos are okay. They're better than the Prismacolors, but they're okay. The Brute Funas work okay. I like them both in those other twos, or the other two. And then, so I want to try the Artex and see how I like it in this book. I might get, eventually, not right now, but the Castle Art, because I've had a few people tell me that they like them. Or not tell me, but I saw in videos that they like them. And then one of my friends told me that she likes them. And then I started researching and I'm like, okay, the regular one and the gold. But upon further research, the gold ones are oil base, and I want wax base. So I'm going to definitely get just the regular. And because I want wax base. I want something that's going to work better on this paper, but wax base. And that's good because they were cheaper than the gold one anyway. Which the ones that were wax were the ones that I had on my wish list anyway. It's just when I started doing more research, I'm like, oh, what are those gold ones about? People really like them though, so I'm not saying never. Just not right now. I wouldn't mind getting the Black Widows too. I have one set of the Black Widows. I think I have the Scorpio. Yeah. So I have like a set of 24 or whatever. That's the only set that I have. And I bought that like in 2020. So I'd like to get the other sets eventually. I'm not in a rush. Like I'm not going out there and just like buying everything. I'm just gonna be like, okay, yeah. In a few months, I'll get this. A few months after that, I'll get that, and you know, that kind of stuff. That kind of way, not, oh, I gotta get everything now. Oh, I forgot the part of the wing. What is going on? Okay, I better do that right now because I'm going to keep forgetting. Although I do keep everything. I think that's the wing, or is that the door? That might be the door. I have to look at it for a sec. Yeah, that's a door. Oh, because when I look, the door has like those little scratches and the wing doesn't. So this is the door. I'm glad I took a second to look at it. That's the door, that's the door. Okay. Crisis averted. I don't know what color I'm going to make this, but it's all good. Let's do that. We'll finish the door. I think I had the color for those bushes. I'm going to do them like a minty color. And then, you know, I'm going to, when I do the pencil work, I'm going to do them, I'm going to add some darker colors. So the bushes will be a little darker. But to start, oh, and I have the marker too for the hardware. I have the marker for the hardware. So I had markers for almost everything. I just went on for a bit and then I was like, okay, I'm done. I want to start now. Oops, sorry about that. I can't remember if it was this one or is it that one or that one? I thought it was darker than that I wanted to do the bushes. Maybe that one? Huh. I don't even know. Oh no, this was, okay. This was for these. Because I'm going to do them like a tealish. So, yeah. And this is where I need to photocopy and, you know, write the markers down. I would love to get away from that someday, you know, that I can, oh yeah, this is what I wanted for this and this is what I wanted for that. But I think, and plus I think it helps me to try to figure out like color placement and stuff, like what goes well with what. Still training the eye, you know. Because I've been scrapbooking for 25 plus years, 26 plus years. But this, I don't know, it's different. It's different. I think once I get past the, like the blockage of that, then I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Okay. So we'll do this and then we'll do the hardware on the door. And I think that's going to be it for today. I don't even know what time it is. I got to watch the time. Oh, we're doing good because I have to leave for my grandson, so I have to watch the time. Because before I started watching my granddaughter, I had like 5 days a week to film my stuff, right? And I think I kind of took it for granted, you know? Now I have 2 days and I'm like, whoo. Like, it's a lot to film in 2 days, but I get it done. But also I know I have to do t-shirts for my grandson's hockey team. And I don't know if I'm going to have it ready for them for their championship game or when they go to provincials or their last tournament. But I'm not wrecking my back. They are going to get them. I'm not going to rush it. I'm just going to do it. And I'll do a little bit every day. But I'm not going to wreck my back because then I pay for it for weeks, right? I pay for it for weeks. So I definitely want to make sure that I don't. I'm just going to do this too. I just find that it's, what do you call it? The choice, you know, always choosing colors and all this stuff. So if you start with a color palette, try to spread it out throughout the page as much as possible. You know, we use the purple for the wings, and then we use purple, the same purple for the flowers, and the green on the dragon, the green on... One, it makes it look cohesive, and two, it just stops that, you know, having to choose stuff. So I didn't choose colors for the frogs. I was sure I had chosen a color for that. Maybe that's when I went, okay, too much choices. So it's going to be GG5. I'm going to do this here, the hinges, and then we'll be done for today. And then I'm going to choose which pencil crayons I'm going to use, and then I'm going to choose combos for everything. And I love those little containers that I use because it keeps everything together, especially right now. This is the most WIPS that I've had. It was 6, and now I finished, well, I guess I finished them before I started this. I finished the pandas before I started this. So really, I have 5 WIPS. It was going to be 6, but then my son called just as I was going to push start recording. So while I was talking to him, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to finish those pandas. At least I felt like I was getting something done. So 5 WIPS, that's still pretty good. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to finish the fairy tale worlds this weekend. Probably right after this, I'll finish fairy tale worlds. And then hopefully tonight I can work. I think I feel like working on the zebra tonight. And I don't know if I'll finish that tonight or not, but I'll make some good progress. Or no. You know what? I'm going to work on one of these tonight because I'd like to show you a progress on either Lulu Mayo's or this one. So, yeah. I think as soon as I stop recording, I'm going to choose pencils for Lulu Mayo. And I might have like half an hour before I have to go pick up my grandson. So it'll give me time to work on that before I go. And then when I come back, I'll keep working on Lulu Mayo tonight. And tomorrow I can finish those other pages. I can finish the fairy tale worlds, and I can work on the zebra. Because I'll have all day except for those 2 videos I have to film. Because there is no hockey tomorrow. No hockey tomorrow. Oh, I'm just going to color. I would love to be able to beat my in January I did 10 pages. In February I did 11. Wouldn't it be great? Even if I just did 12, it would be great. It would be great. Okay. Well, that's it. We're going to stop it here. So the only thing I have left to base is those stairs, that rune up here, and those bushes, and the frogs, and those little lonely flowers right there. And then I can start basing, or not basing, but choosing pencils, and then doing the shadows and the highlights. This is so cool. I love this page. I like the directions that it's going, and it's a little blotchy, and I'm not going to worry about it. Other times I would take the marker and go again, but I've noticed that with the pencils, oh, I know what I chose. I got to do it. I got to do it with you. The B37, that was the sky. As soon as I saw that up there, I'm like, wait a second. I had chosen something for the sky, a dark, dark, dark sky. Let's just do that. The video might be a little long, but you can put it on while you're actually coloring yourself, and you don't need to watch it all in one go, right? Let's say if you color for an hour one day, you can put the video on for an hour, and then if you're done coloring, it saves where you're at. So there. It saves where you're at. It's going to be a dark sky, but that's okay. That's what I wanted. A really dark, ominous sky. Okay. So I think I mentioned that yesterday, but I got my MRI appointment. I better put it in my phone so I don't forget, but it's March 24th, which kind of works out. My grandson has, because I was like, oh, I have to drive every day to bring my grandson to his check-in clinic. And it's at 4 o'clock. He's going to be on the ice at 4:15, so he should be there at 3:30, 3:45, so he has time to get dressed and get on the ice and all that. So then he's going to be done at 5:15. I'll have time. Well, maybe my husband can go pick him up, because my appointment is at 6. So I like to be early at stuff. I don't like to be late. And I'll do the appointment, and then that'll be done. I have to schedule a blood work too. So I have to do that. We have an eye appointment on Monday. So we have to do that. One appointment after another, but we neglected ourselves to take care of our daughters. So now we have to make sure, like it's the same principle as, in an airplane. They say, put your mask on first, then put the children's mask on, to make sure that you're still conscious to do it, So if I want to be able to take care of everybody else, I have to make sure that I take care of myself. I can smell the pulled pork from in here. I'm like, oh, it's going to be so good. That is going to be so good. I think my grandson has a reffing thing tomorrow, so we might have to go get him because don't know how long my daughter's car is going to be in the shop. So we might have to go get him tomorrow too. And I think he said he wanted to sleep over on Saturday. So he has an early game on Sunday. 8 a.m. he has to be on the ice for reffing. So, but for a 13-year-old, depending on the level that he refs, he makes from $20 to $28 an hour. And yes, he only works an hour, but it's a pretty good amount, you know. My husband ended up doing the reffing course at the same time he did because we had to drive 2.5 hours away to do the course because we missed the one that was close to us. They only offer one a year. And I was looking, I couldn't find it. And the night before, I saw that it was in our city. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? So we ended up going to the one that was further away. And I'm like, well, you might as well do it too. It was only $40 for him to do like the course. And he had done it with my grandson. He listened to the videos with him. My grandson answered all the questions because we wanted to make sure that he knew the stuff, right? And but then my husband, when he did the course, he was like, boom, boom, boom. Because it took 8 hours to do. But where he had listened to all the videos and stuff with him, then he could just go right to the test and do it. Because he had basically done the course, right? Not basically, he had done the course. He had listened to every video. So they have it so that you can make it so there's a person that reads it to you. So, or you can just read it yourself. But we wanted to make sure that he got everything. So we did the video thing that the person read the course material. Now, every year they have to do a refresher because some rules change and all this stuff, but that's just, they offer a whole lot more of those a year. And it's like everywhere. And there's more than one. So in August, I'll start watching for it, and him and my husband will go do the course, and then next year they can start reffing right off the bat. That was my daughter reminding me that we need to switch out his blades. Like, yeah, we already have a plan. I'm gonna pick up the blades before I go pick him up. And the thing is, sharpening blades is $10 to $12 every time you sharpen them. And every time he goes to an outdoor rink, we had to sharpen his blades for him to play hockey. It's like, okay, this is getting expensive. So yeah, it's $200 for an extra pair of blades, but that's only, you know what I mean? It's only not very many times that it pays for the blades. Plus, we wanted a second pair because it's happened to him before where his blades broke during a game. So then we can just go boom, boom, change the blades. And we can have them on before his next shift. They're really easy, on and off. on and off. So he plays quite a bit of hockey, so it was worth it. So they finish the end of March, and his first practice for spring is the week after. So we don't even get a week's break. And then it goes right till the end of May. And then we're done for the summer. Well, done for the summer. Has hockey school, and then he'll probably do another one here where it's every Sunday. Every Sunday, he goes on the ice for an hour. It's just to keep them, ooh, that bled right through. Oh well. It just keeps them conditioned for the summer. So that when tryouts, I can't believe, like I just feel like they just did tryouts and the year is done. Tryouts is not my favorite time of year. It's stressful on the kids, but it's also stressful on the parents and grandparents, and it's not fun. Oh, I don't like how streaky it is. But I'm going to choose pencils and maybe like, I don't know, like a dark color like indigo blue is what I'm thinking. But I don't want to use Prismacolors because they work like crap on this paper. I still haven't figured out how not to make it streaky. Like I find if I do circles, you can tell that it's circles. If I do long strips, then there's the strippy. And then if I do two coats, then it's so dark, you know? So I found that if I do one coat and then use pencils, that I can usually get rid of the streaks. So this will be a good testament. But you know what? I'll do like probably stars on this and stuff. Twinkles. So I think it'll be okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, so now we're really done. And I need to get other stuff done. So that's it. So we're going to end it here. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.